so on. Could you share your insight how to build a game plan with a character? In which game, for what character, against what opponent? Because the game plan of some characters are already there, if that makes sense. You don't have to build them. You can build different approaches to the main game plan, if that makes sense. But you don't have to build a different game plan as a default. So it's a very open question. If you don't relate it to a game, a character, a matchup, a scenario, it's a very, very broad question. It's like asking someone, how do you drive a car? It's like you can drive a car for many different ways. You can drive it for racing. You can drive it to deliver packages. You can drive it to move houses. You know, you can drive it as a taxi, as a service. You need to like be a little bit more specific. Like, how do I explain this? Try and convey what your problem is, rather than what the solution you want help with would be. Does that make sense? This is my problem, not how do I build my solution. Because how do I build my solution is a work that you have to do as a player, right? I cannot build solutions for you. I can give you pointers to what a temporary solution could be in a situation, but that is one of like 10, 20, 30, 40 variables that all change constantly in fighting games. If I tell someone, once again, this is something that I was discussing on Discord. If someone comes in and says, how do I anti-air razor you? And you tell them crouching heavy punch, somebody will come with a 45-degree angle outside the vertical range of crouching heavy punch and will bop them. So there is no one-line answer, unfortunately. So try and define your problem quickly, because I have like 8 minutes left of stream, and I'll try and give you a solution, if that makes sense. Or not a solution, I'll try and help you with it. Solution is yours to find. In terms of reading your own character tool. Okay, that is more defined, right? So, for example, I will try and take the example of 12, where the character tools are absolutely abysmal, right? So, what you do when your character tools are really, really bad? You make the properties that might be really like shortcoming, like the shortcoming of the character, you turn them into positives. I'm not joking. The stuff that is like really shit about your character, if you're playing like character like him, which is really, really bad, you have to make them work the best you can. Here, exactly that, right? That move, if you do it like in neutral or whatever, normally, even when they're like just willing to block it, absolutely terrible. You can hit like a 60-70% punish against the right character. If you use it as a very fast situational air-to-air out of the corner when they're focused on a giant fireball that is supposed to lock you down, incredibly good move. Like incredibly good move, right? Here, if you use it as a reaction to a jump, very, very hard to challenge this move. So it's not just a question of use the move in the right sort of situation. Is think outside the box. Here, get out of the corner. You don't have to hit. Like if they block it, right? Once again, it's a huge punish. You don't have to use it to get blocked. Boom, out of the corner. Deal with it, right? Boom, out of the corner. Deal with it. At this point, I'm not taking corner pressure, right? I'm not willing to, I'm not trying to win here. I'm trying to explain stuff, right? I will try to win as well. But look how many times I get escape. Oh shit, never mind. But look how many times in these sort of short sets, I will get out of the corner for free. if I want to, right? I would just try right now to play to get out of the corner, and we count them from now. Every time like I'm pushed, we try and escape it, right? We're almost in the corner. We're in the corner. We wait. Boom, out of the corner. Oh my god. Ah, landed on the wrong side. Another move that is really, really good. Not really good, sorry. It's really bad that you can use well. Oh my god. Now see, he's adapting. This is like when a player is good. Oh my god, why am I losing here? Boom, out of the corner. Punish. Not a great move usually. Doesn't do much damage. Doesn't really serve a purpose. Punish as a reaction, right? You expect the fireball and you buffer, right? Boom. Suddenly it's a good move. But this is like very niche use of very, very bad tools. See how when you need to get this specific, this sort of like smart about reading your opponent, because your tool only will work in that specific situation, you need to make your brain work a lot. And that's why I say that playing low tiers when you have a lot of experience will make you a better player, because you force to problem solve with bad tools. You're forced to cut with a spoon, if that makes sense, rather than with a knife. Ouch. Adapted. But it threw me off out of the corner. Lol. Okay. Ah, bad trade. And that goes for like everything. Like your tools will not only be like with a decent character, right? With a good character, your tool will not only be good at one thing. I fucked up my execution there. Like another thing, for example, 12 has almost no mix-ups on wake up, right? Almost none. Like the only thing you can do is go low and do crouching light kick into slash. Crouching light kick into slash to open as a low, but it's really like execution heavy, it's timing heavy, and so on. So what you can do is fake an approach, right, on a knockdown. I'll try and demonstrate right here, and you get a backdash. Like he didn't bite, right? He didn't bite the bait, so to speak. But another player might reverse so, because it's like, oh, you know what, you're getting threatening, I have a DP, fuck you. And you just get out. Like that the whole idea is to threaten when you're not really trying to threaten. Look, no setup for you. See? Ooh, that was sick. Boom, I'm out. I don't need to always, for example, be aggressive when I have an escape. If I can get the escape, maybe it's more valuable in that situation. Right? This is like the kind of open thinking that you need in fighting games. And this is why a lot of people struggle, because they're like, I don't know what to do. Yeah, because you're not using your brain. You are hoping that the tool would solve the situation for you, will problem solve for you. Another thing, for example, that 12 has that is pretty bad and is like very specific to use, is jumping medium kick. A jumping medium kick is only good as a air-to-air, right? And is only good at the air-to-air at a specific angle, which is upward. So if you are trying to air-to-air somebody that is your same height level, that move will not be good, right? Right? So you're just pushing yourself down to hit up. Now, what does that mean? That if you're at the same level, of height that will whiff. But, out, bye. But, if it looks like a whiff, and it has a threatening hitbox anyway, if it doesn't look like something that, shit, I should have parried that. You can parry that. Oh shit, I thought it was the medium one. If it looks like it's gonna whiff, right, you're gonna have a position where they'll block, so they're gonna be open for a throw. Because you know that it's not gonna hit there, but they don't, so you use it as a mix-up. Nice, that was sick. I will try and demonstrate that. I will try. There, right? He was pressing the button, but look, there's a height where I can make it whiff and force the throw. Suddenly he's in a mix-up. There is not a mix-up. You know what I mean? If that guy learns, like if that player learns, lol, he dashed. He thought he was protected by the mirror. If that player learns where, when, and which height the medium kick hits or not, which is not too hard to do, suddenly you don't have a mix-up. So you are exploiting really the badness of a tool. Because another tool, right, like, I don't know, jumping medium kick from Ken or any other character that will have a good tool, they will a lot of times just get the double function. They will work at any height, right, because they're active a lot. That was sick. Okay. Ah, almost. Oh my god, the rollback. Wow, lol. So I will try and demonstrate that in a test game before I go, because I really need to go soon. Right, against the CPU. It would be against player 2, right? So I will try and quickly sort of make that work. So we will have 12, right? And we're gonna have another character, say Ryu or whatever. They're just gonna stand there. Oh fuck, I have the same buttons for player 2. Let me see. Just to give you the idea of the jumping medium kick. Yeah, it presses a button. Okay, so let me quickly change that. Just the buttons. No, also this. Okay, so let me do the buttons for player 2 very quickly. Up, down, left, right. So when I do press a button, the character doesn't press a button, if that makes sense. So we can use it as a training dummy. So, right, if I knock Ryu down, right, and I approach with this, at that height, I will come down, right, and I'll be able to throw, because they are blocking, because they think, look, if they press the button, they're gonna be meated, right, because it looks like a meaty. But look at the difference. Here, it doesn't hit. Here, it doesn't hit, right? So to make it hit, oh, well, this from neutral jump, like you have to be very low. See how these can be a mix-up, because they'll be like, I'm gonna get hit, right? And, oh, come on, right? Or you anticipate the button. You make it whiff just by a few frames. This is extremely strong. S12, and it's not a mix-up. You are playing on your knowledge of your own weaknesses to set up something that is deceiving, right? This is like stuff that I wish people would understand. A bad tool is a bad tool, but doesn't mean that it doesn't have strength because it's a bad tool, right? Like, this is the same. If I do it too low, right? See, if I do it here, it hits. If I do it here, starts the animation, but it doesn't. So That is one. Are they good with parries, right? So are they good with parries on this? Throw. Are they good with eye parries on that jumping heavy kick? Oops. Again. Let me do another round. Like, weaknesses have strength in a way, but it's all about how you make it work, how you think of things, how you can be creative. Because somebody else will tell you, don't use that those buttons in that situation ever because it will whiff. That's bullshit. Unless my opponent knows that it will whiff, I have no reason not to do shit like this, mix-ups like this. Because first they have to show me that they know. If somebody tells me don't use that button because it's minus 15, unless I'm getting punished, I will use that button. Like, nothing is set in stone in fighting games. Nothing. Like, once again, if they were good at parrying this and punishing you... Oh, come on. Let me build bar. Because it's a super cancel and it works from lows and shit. Takes ages to build bar. Sorry. Here, right? That's your mix-up. The mix-up is only possible in this situation because this move needs to be pressed up because it's slow to come out, right? It has many weaknesses. It's slow to come out, right? And what's it called? The recovery is high. So if you get parried here, you're gonna get punished. But if the recovery is high, you know what that means? That if they wait one sec, epic pen. I'm gonna change one thing here. And this is not just like optimistic bullshit. This actually works in game. Like, I use this shit. Display capture. And we remove the wallpaper. Yes, so now you can see. So hopefully I remember what I wanted to say. Because when I do this shit, I forget. So, for example, right, we were saying about this only being a mix-up because you know that at that height it would not come out. Also, this, right, if you press the jumping heavy kick here, it will hit, right? But when they parry at this height, when they parry the extended button at this height, and they try and throw you, because a lot of people, when they anti-air somebody like Ken, that hits here, by the time the throw comes out, they are grounded. 12 doesn't work like this. 12 does not abide to this rule. Because when you press the button here, and it hits here, your hurt box will be suspended all the way up. You know what that means? That if somebody parries you here and they go for a throw, their throw will whiff, and you know about that. Boom, as a punish. As a punish for trying to throw you, right, on your mistake or on their good read. Because their good read has to come with the knowledge of I only can throw him if I delay my throw. Because he just doesn't abide to the rule of being at this height when he hits, right? I will show you very quickly, once again, because I have to go. My boyfriend will hate me. But like, I will show you this, right? Yes, always with Ryu, right? Yeah, so we continue with Ryu as a dummy. So if I want a good jump in with Ryu, right, I will hit at this height, most likely, because I want the frame advantage, right? So, kick. Yeah. So, see how the jumping heavy kick hits there, and Ryu is almost instantly grounded. Now look where 12 can extend his sort of timing, and the move will still hit. Here, it will whiff here. But all the other 4 timings, 5 even if I was to really get into this, right? So this is like the first one, second one, third one, already whiffs, right? So you don't have one way to just kind of like set your jumping moves, right? You have many, but you have built-in mix-ups based on the ignorance of your opponent. So if I press up here, they can parry, but they have to wait until I come down to throw me. If I press here, they can parry and throw me, but I have to press here. It depends on my input, not where they parry me. And the same thing can be done with the Shoto, where when you anticipate the kick. If I press the kick up here, you cannot throw me instantly, even if you parry me. Especially if you're like Yugo or some shit, where, you know, they're very high. Your throw will whiff, they will come down with, right? I did it with the keyboard, but yeah, so that's the idea. Fighting games are not a set in stone scenario, ever. Unless you have like a checkmate, but to get to a checkmate, you lost the interaction and neutral, so it doesn't matter.